So hello, I am Maria Carmela Lastimosa from BS Biology 2. So, if I try to imagine the situation where a religious image like Jesus Christ or Mary is placed next to something sexual or inappropriate, honestly, my first reaction is that I would feel really uncomfortable and even disrespectful. For a lot of people, those images aren't just pictures. They represent their faith, their beliefs, and something very sacred in their lives. So, putting them side by side with something that has a sexual meaning can feel really offensive, especially to people who are religious. It's kind of like mixing two things that don't belong together. And one of them is something people deeply respect. Now, for the second question, do I think it's an ethical issue? I would say it is, because ethics is really about how our actions affect other people. And in this case, doing something like that could hurt people's feelings or make them feel disrespected. Even if the person who created the image didn't mean to offend anyone, the impact still matters. So, at the same time, I also understand that some people might think it differently. They might say they might say that it is a form of freedom of expression, especially in art. But people sometimes use strong or shocking images to express ideas or start conversations. So I think that's valid to some extent. But for me, there should still there should still be a balance. Just because we can express something doesn't always mean we should do it without thinking about the consequences. So, respect is still important, especially when it comes to religion, because it's a sensitive topic for many people. So now, for the third question, does it depend on what religion you belong to? I think yes. Part because partly, if you are part of a religion, especially Christianity, in this case, you would probably feel more strongly that it's wrong or offensive. It might feel personal to you. But if someone isn't religious or belongs to a different belief system, they might not react as strongly as the people who are religious. So, they might see it as just an image or a form of expression but not take it personally. So, however, even if you're not religious, I think there's still a responsibility to respect other people's beliefs. So, we live it because we live in a diverse society and everyone has different values. So, being mindful of that is really important. So, overall, I would say that this kind of situation is generally unethical, mainly because it can be disrespectful and offensive to others. And even though freedom of expression is important, it should still come with respect and awareness of how it might affect people. So, that's all.